Why do remote closers need a one-page website? Hello there and welcome. It is Sena, and today I'm going to quickly walk you through the one-page website, which is one of the main brand assets that I teach my students to create for themselves as remote closers. And this is going to instantly separate yourself from all the $97 closer that just completed a course and they're out there in the market hounding influencers, harassing business owners to ask for jobs, to pitch for open vacancies. And it is incredibly annoying, especially considering the inboxes of influencers are usually massive and flooded, and you behaving in a generic way like that, such as commenting, interested, and things like that. If you spread your numbers out wide and far, you might really land a couple of good opportunities, but in its essence, it is the numbers game. And most of the time it is spam, it is harassment. So you really got to start training yourself to think, hey, what makes me different? How am I going to stand out? What is my ultimate value that I can bring to the table that once I demonstrate this value, instantly the 95% of other closers lose in terms of the competition because they have no value, they are generic, and they are harassing people. So this is a new strategy that you ought to take some time to really think, how can I invest my time and energy in this so that I take a shorter path to success? Okay, most other closers will not invest the time and effort to do this because they have been taught to concentrate on their skill. And yes, while that is important, a more important skill, if not at least equally important, is the skill of how to get good clients. And that skill falls under brand. Okay, you should know by now that to succeed as a six-figure closer, the three core pillars that you need is your identity and your brand and your skills. So most closers are taught to drill their skills, but they don't really have much of a substance when it comes to their brand. So when they try and get good clients, okay, the teams they get are seldom qualified, or the good teams don't want to reply to them. So this is an angle that all your online brand assets, your social media content, and the way that you present yourself online, it's all going to congregate in this one central hub so that recruiters, business owners, potential business partners can immediately see who you're about. And that is page one of this has 4 sections. So your one-page website, the first section immediately says, who am I? What do I specialize in? What am I about? What have I done? What makes me different? And that's it. You don't need a spectacular long write-up. Keep it short, sweet, simple, memorable, and that's it. Okay. Section number 2 are the results, the wins. Okay. Since working with me, Coley has already collected more than 20,000 USD in commissions collected. But you have to understand that there was a point in her career where this was a blank canvas. So for those of you thinking that, hey, I don't have this kind of experience, I don't have this kind of track record. Hey, no one starts with experience. So the teams that you join, you really need to pay your dues and train. And the small wins turn into big wins. And the big wins turn into evidence, records of, hey, I am a proven closer. Okay, so there's no shortcut. You really got to build and invest in this process long term. The part-time closers, they don't have the mental fortitude. They don't have the initiative to build this kind of a brand asset, right? Because they are just going for the quick and easy money, which never happens. Then they fade out and they quit. So you really got to think, how can I make myself different? So you see section number 3 is just testimonials and the good things that people say about you. Okay, and finally, number 4, it's a call to action. What do you want the next step to be? And really one of the main pages I would add on here is a solutions or services page to briefly explain, here are my skill sets. Here's what I've done. And therefore, here's what I can do for your business. Because what I was trying to say earlier is, if you can set and you can close, hey, which business does not want to get more quality calls booked? Which business does not want to have more calls closed? Which business doesn't want to have more growth and revenue and profits, right? So you can see when you brand and showcase yourself this way, immediately you beat the 95% of other closers that are generic, that are harassing influencers, that are asking directly for openings, pitching for vacancies. This is all harassment, okay? You should know that the inbox of business owners are massive, are flooded. So by you commenting interested and doing what the generic closer does, how does that add value to the marketplace? How does that add value to the business owners, right? So you want to demonstrate, what can I solve? What can I optimize? What can I add value to? What can I bring to the table? And it's no use what you say, right? It's what you demonstrate. So when you have a page like this, instantly you are demonstrating to them, I am a proven closer. And like I said, which company, do you know the value of a proven closer to a company? So when you send in your applications, when you connect with a recruiter, or when an influencer connects with you, or when an influencer checks you out, or when you connect with an influencer, immediately you skip the queue. You don't have to comment interested. You don't have to spam. You don't have to be generic. Because why? They can see what you are bringing to the table. They can see that you are better than their current pool of closers in their team. And how much money is it costing them not to hire a proven closer like you? Okay, of course, you're not going to immediately build this overnight, but I want you to think long-term. I want you to think of the foundations. The deeper your foundations as a remote closer, the further you can go. Okay, and this does not even take a long time to create. A simple logo, a simple brand, and you don't want to spend too much time on this, because as you earn more and more commissions, you can easily start beautifying and adding on to whatever assets you want to have. But as for now, when I first taught Coley how to do this, she probably took less than a day to set this up. So don't waste too much time on this. You just need to understand why I'm telling you to create this and what is the angle that separates you and how you can win when you invest in your brand. And after that, your identity. And finally, it's your skills. Okay, don't make the mistake most closers make of just dabbling in the skills and that they don't know how to get good clients. They don't know how to separate themselves, right? So this is how you build for yourself a unique selling brand. And if currently you're not too sure about, hey, what exactly goes into my brand? How do I separate myself? How do I present myself and brand myself differently? Go ahead and find one of the links below. It should be seansena.link, or you should easily find a button or a link to schedule a call with my team and I, and we can quickly do a quick 15-minute brand audit. Okay, and compile all your resources and all the things that you want to be reviewed and put them on a list. Okay, and when we get on the call, pull out those assets out, and then we can quickly look through them and point out what's working, what you should keep, and what you should stop doing, and what you can let go. Okay, and polish up your brand so that when you get opportunities, you can immediately cut the queue, stand out, and get to work. Okay, so find that link and schedule that call, and then you can move on to the next training video.